In my previous classes, I have already discussed topic 1 and topic 2 of your chapter 2, that is socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. In topic 1, that is the age of social change. In that topic, I have discussed liberals, radicals, conservatives, industrial society and social change, then socialists, cooperative, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, then support for socialism. Your second topic is Russian Revolution. In that topic, I have already discussed the Russian Empire in 1914, economy and society, then socialism in Russia, a turbulent time, the 1905 revolution and the First World War and Russian Empire. Today, I will again discuss the last topic, that is the First World War and Russian Empire. After that, I will give you questions from topic 1 and topic 2. So your last topic is the First World War and Russian Empire. The First World War and the Russian Empire. It is your last topic of subtopic of topic 2. In this, I have already previously discussed that in 1914 the First World War started, and the First World War, the main countries which participated in First World War, in Group 1 there is France, England and Russia, and in opponent group there was Germany, Austria-Hungary and Turkey. The group of England, France and Russia was called as Alliance or European Alliance, and the group of Germany. The First World War started in 1914 and it ended in 1918. There were two powers, that was Allied powers and the Central powers. Allied powers included important countries, like that means the important countries in Allied powers were England, France and Russia. And Central powers, it included Germany, Austria and Turkey. That means the First World War was mainly between these two blocks, that means groups, that was Allied powers and the Central powers, and it badly affected the Russian Empire. Russia army lost badly in Germany and Austria between 1914 and 1916, and there were over 7 million casualties by 1917. That means from 1914 to 1917 the total number of casualties were around 7 million. There were 7 million casualties in Russia. In addition to that, as Russian soldiers retreated, the Russian army destroyed crops and buildings to prevent the enemy from being able to live off the land. The destruction of crops and building led to over 3 million refugees in Russia. That means there were around 7 million casualties and 3 million refugees in Russia. The situation discredited the government and the Tsar. Soldiers did not wish to fight such a war. That means the Russian soldiers himself started opposing the First World War. That means they were not ready to fight in First World War. These activities very much discredited the Tsar. After that, the war also had a severe impact on industry. It badly affected the industries and the industrial. Able-bodied men were called up to the war. As a result, there were labor shortages and small workshops producing essentials were shut down. That means there was crisis of labor for industries and other activities because able-bodied person were called for fighting in the war. Large supplies of grain were sent to feed the army. Large supplies of grain were sent to feed the army. For the people in the cities, bread became scarce. And by the winter of 1916, riots at bread shops were कॉमन. इसका मतलब था कि जो द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार था वो बुरी तरह से प्रभावित किया रशिया को. 1914 से 1918 के बीच में लड़ा गया फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार. इसमें दो ग्रुप्स थे. एक को बोला जाता था एलाइड पावर्स और दूसरा में थे सेंट्रल पावर्स. एलाइड पावर्स में मेनली जो इंपॉर्टेंट कंट्रीज थे वो थे इंग्लैंड, फ्रांस एंड रशिया. और सेंट्रल पावर्स में थे जर्मनी, ऑस्ट्रिया एंड टर्की. ये सब इंपॉर्टेंट पावर्स थे. इन दोनों के बीच में मतलब एलाइड पावर्स और सेंट्रल पावर्स के बीच में ही जो फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार है वो लड़ा गया. इसका मतलब था कि रशिया को जर्मनी, ऑस्ट्रिया और टर्की के अगेंस्ट में लड़ना था. इतना बुरी तरह से प्रभावित किया ये जो फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार था कि अराउंड 7 मिलियन कॉजेस माना जाता है कि टोटल 7 मिलियन कॉजुअलिटीज़ हुए. और इसके अलावा 3 मिलियन रिफ्यूजी हो गए रशिया में. उनका जो घर है वो सब खत्म हो गया, बर्बाद हो गया. इसके अलावा जितने एबल बॉडी जो भी स्वस्थ व्यक्ति थे उनको बुला लिया गया युद्ध करने के लिए. उसके कारण लेबर शॉर्टेज हो गया पूरा रशिया में. रशिया में लेबर शॉर्टेज हो गया. ऑफिसेस के लिए, इंडस्ट्रीज़ के लिए, हर जगह के लिए लेबर शॉर्टेज हो गया. इसके अलावा जो भी फूड ग्रेन्स था उसको भेज दिया जाता था सीमा पे, बॉर्डर्स पे सैनिकों के लिए. उसके कारण फूड ग्रेन्स की कमी हो गई रशिया में. और 1916 से रोटी की इतनी ज़्यादा कमी हो गई, फूड ग्रेन्स की इतनी ज़्यादा कमी हो गई कि 1916 के बाद लगातार वहाँ पे रायट्स होना, रोटी को लेकर, ब्रेड्स को लेकर लगातार रायट्स होना शुरू हो गया. स्थिति ऐसी हो गई कि अब जार के अगेंस्ट में रिवॉल्यूशन करना जरूरी था. सो आफ्टर फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वार, दैट मीन्स in 1917 Russian Revolution occurred. That means Russian Revolution occurred between World War. World War started from 1914 and it ended in 1918, and Russian Revolution took place in 1917. That means the Russian Revolution occurred between the First World War. So the First World War, it had a great influence on Russian Empire, and it evoked the Russian people to revolt against the Tsar. That means Tsar Nicholas II. It is your second topic, and today I will give you questions from first and second topic. First come to first topic. Your first topic. Topic 1. The age of social change. The age of social change, it is your first topic. Your question is, write a note on following. Write a note on following. First is liberals. Second is radicals. Your third is conservatives. Your fourth is how industrialization led to social change. Then fifth is socialists. Sixth is concept of cooperatives. Your seven is Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, Engels, Friedrich Engels. And question number 8 is spread of socialism or support for socialism. I will give you hints for answers. That means in liberals you will write answer from page 16 para first. Page 16 para first, you will get the answer. Radicals, same page 16 para second. Conservative, same page 16 para third. Then how industrial led to in this? Page number 26. Sorry, it is not 16, it is 26. 26. Page number 26. Page number 26. Para first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Para 5 and 6. In socialist, page number 28, para 3. Concept of cooperatives, page number 28 and para first, second, third, fourth. Para fourth. Page number 28, para fourth. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, same page number 28, para first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Para fifth. Page 28, para fifth. And spread of socialism, page number 29. Page number 29. It is a small paragraph. So page number 29 is support for your socialism. In liberals, you will write about the ideology of liberals. That means liberals oppose the uncontrolled power of dynastic rulers. They wanted to safeguard the rights of individuals against governments. They argued for a representative elected parliamentary government subject to laws interpreted by well-trained judiciary that was independent of rulers and officials. However, they were not Democrats. They did not believe in universal adult franchise. They felt men of property mainly should have the vote. They also did not want the vote for women. Next is your radicals, page number 26, paragraph number 2. Radicals wanted a nation in which government was based on majority of country's population. Many supported women's suffragette movements. Unlike liberals, they opposed the privileges of great landowners and wealthy factory owners. Next is conservatives, that is also page number 26 and para 3rd. Conservatives were opposed to radicals and liberals. After the French Revolution, however, even conservatives had opened their mind to the need for change. Earlier in the 18th century, conservatives had been generally opposed to the idea of change. By the 19th century, they accepted that some change was inevitable, but believed that the past had to be respected and change had to be brought about through a slow process. Next is how industrialization led to social change. Same page, page number 26, para 5 and 6. It was a time of profound social and economic changes. It was a time when new cities came up and new industrialized regions developed. Railways expanded and the industrial revolution occurred. Industrialization brought men, women and children to factories. Work hours were often long and wages were poor. Unemployment was common, particularly during times of low demand for industrial goods. Housing and sanitation were problems since towns were growing rapidly. Next is the socialist. You will get the answer in page number 28 and para 3rd. That is, socialists were against private property and saw it as the root of all social ills of the time. Individuals owned the property that gave employment, but the propertied were concerned only with personal gain and not with the welfare of those who made the property productive. So, if society as a whole rather than single individuals controlled property, more attention would be paid to collective social interest. Socialists wanted this change and campaigned for it. Next is concept of cooperatives, that is in same page, page number 28 and para 4. Socialists had different visions of the future. Some believed in the idea of cooperatives. Robert Owen, a leading English manufacturer, sought to build a cooperative community called New Harmony in Indiana, USA. Another, Louis Blanc, wanted the government to encourage cooperatives and replace capitalist enterprises. These cooperatives were to be associations of people who produced goods together and divide the profits according to the work done by the member. Next is your Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, same page, page number 28 and last paragraph. Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels argued that industrial society was capitalist. Capitalists owned the capital invested in factories and the profit of capitalists was produced by workers. The conditions of workers could not improve as long as the profit was accumulated by private capitalists. Workers had to overthrow capitalism and rule of private property. Marx believed that to free themselves from capitalist exploitation, workers had to construct a radically socialist society where all property was socially controlled. This would be a communist society. And your last question is a spread of socialism or support for socialism. It is page number 29. By the 1870s, socialist ideas spread through Europe. To coordinate their efforts, socialists formed an international body, namely the Second International. Workers in England and Germany began forming associations to fight for better living and working conditions. They set up funds to help members in times of distress. In Germany, these associations worked closely with Social Democratic Party and by 1905 socialists and trade unions formed a Labour Party in Britain and Socialist Party in France. So these are the answers of question and answers of topic. First, that means the age of social changes. I have also given you hints. So write this answer and show it to me. And in our next class, I will give you questions from topic second, that is the Russian Revolution. Thank you.